Jacob here, welcome to another video, and today, if you're looking at buying a Mini Cooper S or John Cooper Works F56, hopefully today I will tell you everything you will need to know about it before buying one. I'm going to tell you all the bad things about it, all the good stuff about it, and the spec levels, and what you should buy. And the first thing you need to do when you go to have a view your car is to open the doors, because this is the first problem with this car, and it's here where BMW Mini have put the seal on, where it's a bit crap, and what it does is rubs off on the paint here. Now, as you can see, this is kind of, my car's only got 40,000 miles on it, so the damage at the moment isn't too bad. But this can go through all layers of paint, and then rust can start appearing here. So make sure you have a look at it. If you're buying it from Mini and it's like this, they will get it sorted for you before you purchase it. So make sure that's sorted. If you can't get it sorted, there's patches on the internet that you can buy that cover the paint. But that's the first thing you need to look out for. The second thing you need to look out for, you need to come to the boot. Open the boot up, open this up, go to the bottom, remove all whatever crap's in the way. Hopefully if you're buying a car, this should be spotless. However, this is my car, so it's terrible. And then just open this up and check that there isn't water damage or water in here. The seals round the boot here fail sometimes, and water gets into the boot. So just have a look under here, make sure there's no rusting on the car, and once you've done that, and if there is, you know that there's a problem with the seal, and probably not to buy it, because that water, if you don't know about it, will just sit there. And you, luckily Mini must have known there would have been an issue, because there is a drain plug, but just check that to make sure it's okay, and please ignore the crap in my car. Now, once you've done those two checks, pretty much the rest of the car is just basic checks. Tyres, what the car looks like, the car itself, the 2-litre BMW unit, the B48 engine, you can research it online, but there's not too many issues with the engine itself. It's quite a reliable unit, unlike other Minis of previous generations. If you've owned one, you will probably know you need good RAC cover, but with this, you don't need good RAC cover. It's a very reliable engine. I say this and it will blow up next week, but it is a very reliable car. And I forgot what I was going to say. One sec. And there is no known issues with the engine. Apart from in 2014, there actually was one issue. In 2014, the engine mount bolts were recalled in 2014, but apart from that, and that was for the Cooper S only, but apart from that, they should have all been recalled. So just check online that your car has had that recall and they have been replaced. Also, with the engine itself, BMW, for some strange reason, recommend it needs to be serviced every 2 years or every 11,000 miles, which I think is nonsense. Please service the engine every year like a normal human. I do not know why they recommend this. However, if you have got a car that does quite a lot of miles, just have a look in the service history and check that it's been serviced yearly. Even though it's not recommended, it does help. Now let's move to the spec levels, because what spec do you want? What options do you want on your car is an important question, but what the ones I think are the most important is what I'm going to tell you, because everyone has their personal preferences. First up are these LED lights. They are fantastic. They do such a good job at lighting up the road ahead. Now, in the John Cooper Works, they're standard, so if you're looking about getting the John Cooper Works, don't you worry, they come as standard. However, if you are looking at getting the Cooper S, they do not come as standard, so make sure you have them. The spotlights too are an optional extra, and they are very expensive to fit and add on if you don't have them as standard, so you've got to really like these. If you do really like the spotlights, which I do, but I went aftermarket and it still wasn't that cheap, try and find one with them on. It does help. So first of all, first recommendation, get the LED lights. The second recommendation, you have to come inside, and it is the Media XL system. Personally, the standard radio for me, let's turn that down, is just, I don't think the standard radio just looks a bit naff, and for a B&W product, I don't really like it. The normal media system is okay, but the screen cuts off either side. However, this Media XL system, which will be listed as it's called a Media XL system, I highly recommend. The Android Auto does not come as standard pre-2020 models, I believe. This is an aftermarket thing, so your standard system looks like that. However, I do recommend the aftermarket system, but if you're looking at buying the car, make sure it has a Media XL system. I'd also recommended heated seats. However, I didn't get one, but I would recommend heated seats. And the front windscreen, which is actually quite a rare optional extra, they only came in the 2015 and 2016 cars, I believe, is also really good. It works exactly like the Ford system, and it clears the windscreen so goddamn quickly. Now, there are many other options you could get with this car, but personally my top two options that you should get are the LED lights and the Media XL system, and then heated seats as number 3. Everything else, the car does come quite well equipped. Oh, and a dual zone climate control, would recommend that. The standard ones are a bit rubbish. So 3 things I recommend. However, if you have the John Cooper Works, 90% of John Cooper Works come with the climate control as standard and the larger screen as not as standard, but most people who bought the John Cooper Works spec this. So most John Cooper Works have it. So, but with a Cooper S, you can find some really basic Cooper S's online, so make sure you do your research and make sure it has the options that you want, because some Cooper S's literally come with nothing, and it's slightly embarrassing for such a quite a high-end Mini to have literally nothing in it. Now, earlier I was talking about the engine, and people want to know about the engines. Now, the Cooper S has a 189 horsepower engine, and the John Cooper Works is about 230. And quite a lot of people really like the pops and bangs of the standard exhaust on a Mini. However, these pops and bangs that come standard in a Mini only came standard up till mid 2018 or pre-LCI cars. After mid 2018 or early 2018, they put an OPF filter in it, which means no more pops and bangs or any fun. So if you do like the way the Mini exhaust sounds, make sure you get a pre-LCI car. Now, of course, the LCI car came with a few more mod cons. However, the exhaust doesn't sound that good. So that is just make sure you know that when you're buying the car, because you don't want to be disappointed putting your foot down and you don't hear much noise coming out the back, because it will happen. It's happened to quite a few people who have gone onto the Mini forums and been like, my car sounds rubbish, and I'm like, well, yeah, it's unfortunately modern emissions is killing exhaust, but you know, what can you do? So that is something else to take into account. And finally, MPG. I know it's boring. I know you're like, Jacob, we're buying a Cooper S, John Cooper Works. We don't really care about MPG, but some people do. Some people don't want the Cooper SD. If you really want a good, fast Mini with fantastic MPG, get the Cooper SD. However, if you decide, because you're a bit weird, that you want a fuel-efficient Cooper S or John Cooper Works, and you're wondering what MPG you can get about 40 to 50 MPG if you're really careful, but I average about 27 because I have a very heavy right foot. So that is pretty much everything, I believe. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. I know it's probably been a bit boring and a bit long, but I thought people, if you're looking at buying one, you're gonna need to know. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and I'll see you around for a next video. Bye.